I am going to tell you guys about celebrity Aries. And this was really interesting because I went into this having some pretty negative feelings about Aries just because they hurt my feelings. And like, even my mom's an Aries. Some of my best friends are Aries, but they just have a way of like saying something that'll just like get you. You know what I mean? So, but then when I did this PowerPoint and like was getting it all together, I was like, okay, now I feel like I understand them more and I kind of appreciate them more and I love them. So,
That's good.
yeah, without further ado, let me share my screen. The top five celebrity Aries traits. Of course, we see iconic Aries Mariah Carey getting her picture taken and having her child pulled off of her and being
I
completely unfazed by it.
totally forgot she was an Aries. She's such a good Aries.
She's like the title Aries. She's the best. Okay, so this was really surprising to me. There are so many Aries fashion designers. This
Wow.
is such a
Yeah.
small smattering of them. So
I'm
we've got,
shocked.
yeah. So how about this? The guy who started the House of Gucci was named Gucci Gucci. And it sounds like it's Irish, but it's not. His first name was Guccio and his last name was Gucci. So I just thought that was hilarious. Guccio
So
Gucci.
Gucci started Gucci and he's an Aries. If that's not the most Aries shit you've ever heard, he has two of the same name and then he named the company after both of those names.
Yeah. So we got him, we got Bob Mackie, Tommy Hilfiger, Victoria Beckham, Vivian Westwood, Marc Jacobs, Tom Brown, and there are like 10 more household name designers who are Aries. So I think this is the thing about Aries is it's hard to tell what is talent and what is hard work because they are so strategic. And with all of these designers, you can really see like the strategy that they employed and how they went for it. Like Bob Mackie, he just knew he stayed in his lane for his whole career. He dressed Cher in those amazing Bob Mackie outfits and he was like, this is it. This is me. This is what I'm doing. And he like thrived. Gucci, he became a designer because he was working in a hotel. He was an elevator operator in a hotel and he was like serving all these rich people and he would see all their leather bags and he was like there's a market here for leather bags and like I can be and he's got like the horse sort of inspired detailing on the bags because he was like rich people fucking love horses. So these are all people who just are really they were really strategic. And the other thing is the fashion industry is so cutthroat and Mars is the planet of Aries. What is it? Like the sponsor of Aries? What do you say?
I guess it's like Aries is ruled by Mars, so the
Yes, yes.
Aries
Aries
ruling
is
planet. But I think
ruled by
sponsored by works in terms of Guccio.
yes, it's yeah. So it's sponsored by Mars, which is the god of war and the planet of war. So like you need that warlike energy to thrive in the fashion industry, I think. So
Mm-hmm.
that was just a stunning fact to me.
That's huge.
Actors, there are so many Aries actors. Like this doesn't even include there are again like the designers there are like 10 more insane like Robert Downey Jr. I forget who else, but there's so many Aries actors. And I think this again similar to the fashion thing, it's not just because of their talent, it's because they're strategic and they know how to get a career. Like these are all people who are just like workhorses. When you look at them, they're just always working and always
Yeah.
going for it. And I think it has something to do with drama. So like I think for for any form of storytelling you need conflict, which is basically what war is. It's conflict. And these people
Mm-hmm.
are in a storytelling profession, so they understand conflict. They understand how to animate that conflict on their face and with their body. So I guess that's why they're good actors. And it's also again a really hard industry to thrive in. So if you have a little bit of war like style, you're going to do good. So
Huh.
number 3, what are Aries not good at is hiding how they feel.
Bad
So
Barbie is an Aries.
bad
That makes
baby,
so
yeah.
much sense. Bad baby. Yeah, Cash Me Outside. That makes so much sense. Wow.
Yeah, she's an Aries. Courtney Kardashian, who just has, I mean, she has a very limited emotional range, but when she is feeling an emotion, it's written all over her face. Like
Right.
she doesn't suffer fools, and if she thinks you're an idiot, she's gonna make sure you know. And like I feel like Mariah Carey is the same way. she just says whatever she wants and she just tells it like it is. And she doesn't have time to fake it. She's like, I'm done faking it. They make incredible divas.
Wow.
Look at these.
I mean, that's an unbelievable diva selection. Wow.
Right? So Mariah, Diana Ross, Lady Gaga, Aretha Franklin, Celine Dion, Elton John, Diva Central. And I think it's that drama thing. I think it's the drama mixed with the bluntness, mixed with the sort of love of conflict. They're not afraid to stand up for what they want. They're not afraid to tell it like it is, obviously. So they're just, they make incredible divas. There are just great Aries divas. And then the final thing is they're just drama queens.
Yeah.
And this manifests itself in their careers and in their fashion choices. Like if you look at all the Aries that are on this one, like Lil Nas X, Sarah Jessica Parker, Mariah Carey, Eddie Murphy, all different careers. They're all just the biggest clothes horses ever,
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
And they know how to make a statement and they know how to get people talking about them. And it's almost like this sort of Leo type quality of being able to get people to pay attention to you, but they do it through conflict. Like Mariah Carey gets attention, for her singing, but also through her personality and her image and her persona. And like Lil Nas X, he not only is a great musician, but he creates conflict with every new single he releases. Like
Yes.
Old Town Road, he was like the center of this big controversy about when they wouldn't let him on the country charts. And now he's like humping Satan. He understands conflict and he knows how to use it to his benefit. So yeah, that's it, I think.
Wow, Molly, that was extraordinary. Okay, any thoughts from our celeb panel? Emmy, Nicole, what do we think? And feel free to chime in, anyone. But Molly, that was exemplary. I mean, really, that was all the education we needed. So it really is like the diva sign.
It really is the diva sign. It's like making demands, going for what you want, not suffering fools, and just conflict, just thriving off conflict in a way that's like not sociopathic. It's weird because, the last two presentations that I've done, I've had a slide about like the evil people of that sign. I couldn't really find any famous evil Aries.
Wow.
I'm just like, I'm intimidated by I'm intimidated by this whole vibe for sure, because that's it. It's because there's no one who's like, I mean, yeah, there's definitely people who are like, Mariah is like controversial, whatever, but like, I would love to like hang out. I would like, it's like, their energy is just like super exciting and like intimidating. But yeah, they all seem great.
I mean, it really is. This totally reframes my idea of Aries, because before I was thinking like it's, I mean, it is a very primal, very youthful, very young energy, but I really now see that there's like real, like when we're talking about like the first fire sign, this is real fire energy. I don't know, Nicole, what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, so the whole trend-setting ability with Aries, they say that about all cardinal signs. So Aries gets the most slack because they don't follow the trend, but they are the ones who really start it. So they will, wear something in a strange way, but they'll like combine it with other strange things. And then people will pick that apart and make something that they do a trend. So it just becomes like, they're the ones who like push that forward, and they're kind of known for that, even though they don't get remembered for it, which is funny. And then with Mariah Carey too, I just learned this the other day, but like she really, I kind of knew this, but it didn't click. She did pave the way for singers and rappers to collab. She really did that first. And if it wasn't for her, which people were like, what are you doing? Like, you're this superstar. What the hell are you doing? Like working with a bunch of rappers. But she was just, that's what she liked. And that's what she wanted to do. And then after her, everybody started doing that shit. But it was like, she had to be the one to kind of get attacked for it. But they're at the front of the line. So they're in the beginning of the war. They're there. They're the ones who go out first. And they either get killed first or they do the killing first. And so then they're known for that.
What was the sign we talked about 2 moonules ago?
Well, Libra was the last moonual. So then, it's Aries, so it's Pisces.
Okay, was Pisces the one where I was like, there are so many cornballs, like famous
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was because Pisces do their own thing and they're on their own planet. And like, I feel like with these famous Aries, like you're saying, Nicole, they might look at first glance like they're doing something insane like a Pisces, but they are, like you said, bringing in a new trend. Like Pisces are not really setting trends, but they're just kind of like off on their own.
Yeah, Pisces are just beautiful in their own right. They do their own weird like harmony thing, but Aries are here on Earth. Like the first sign is Aries, and they're considered to be the children when you look at all the signs as ages, right? So they're fully born. They're the newborn that's here, like screaming, crying, like, you know, trying to get food. And they're just like, yeah, I'm on Earth now. So what are we going to do? They want to have fun. They want to like get into all of the things and learn things. And as they learn, they just express themselves. So they're super expressive. And because of that, I think that's what makes them such great, like dramatic artists, because they're just ready to put that energy out there in the forefront. And they don't care whether or not, they don't have that concept of embarrassment, which like if you go later down the line, some of the older signs will start to feel like, oh no, I need to like care about my image. I need to care about this. But they're like, whatever, like I blew my nose and I fell on stage and I sound like a dumbass, but they just could care less how other people feel about them, which is super admirable when you really look at Aries as a whole, because I think we all try to adopt that from Aries, but Aries just does it so naturally and that it's genuine. So that just comes across as just, well, it's who they are. So you either accept them or you don't.
Yeah, like these are really like, I feel like one of the things too here, now it's not with everybody, but like Sarah Jessica Parker, for example, she was one of like the first celebrities that I was really aware of where I was like, she's not going to get a nose job. You know, like I feel like there's also this like really inborn, and like Eddie Murphy in his red suit, like there's a real confidence that you cannot take away from these people. Lil Nas X, hilarious character, making big choices, and they're kind of like shocking choices, but right, they really are like just doing their own thing and setting the trend, and like they don't ask permission, they don't say sorry, they don't give a fuck.
It's also funny you said that, because character is what cardinal signs are. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense. That's why we're all the characters. We're
the characters,
right.
The actual characters. So yeah, Aries is defining their character. But the funny thing about cardinal signs is too that we're always on the search for who are we, because that's actually like the paradox. We want to know who we are, so we're searching for it, and we always kind of change and adapt to like a new persona. But when we are that new character, that's who we are, and we play it out to the fullest. And Aries does that. They completely take charge of that character, and then that's who they are. Makes sense for the acting, yeah.
And I think that what the other thing too about these people is like, what a group of people. Well, Lil Nas X is still young. He's Lil Nas. When he's old Nas, we might have like a different thought. But oh wait, someone's arrived. Oh, Simon's here. Okay, great. And then Kate and then Usama. What I will say about these people is like the power to reinvent. These people like die and are reborn right in front of us. I mean, how many comebacks has Mariah had? How many comebacks has Eddie had? Eddie was caught with like, didn't Eddie have some like, what's Eddie Murphy's like sex scandal? Didn't he have some big sex scandal where like, but he was like, nah, I'm not gay, and like, fuck all y'all. And like, it was like, okay, he's not. Like, he's just like
transvestites.
Yeah, oh, he was called transvestites. That's right. And like, he didn't even admit it, but he was just like, nah. And it was like, okay, you know, like it's really like a lawless sign. I have a newfound love for Aries. Thank you so much, Molly.
Right. And then to Nadira's question, like, why do they have a hard time apologizing? Well, that's the thing, right? They are lawless. And is a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old like lawless? Hell yeah, they just want what they want. They don't know what apologizing is. They don't get it. So they see their way, and until they don't see their way anymore, then they see a new way, and that new way, they already forgot about the old way. So they absolutely could care less about saying sorry about shit. And it's like, okay, they can learn a lesson and progress, and that's what the progress signs do, right? We all progress. So eventually they'll apologize. The Aries really probably won't apologize till their deathbed, till they really get it. They just don't get it. They only understand the input and output of, I want this, so I go get this. And it's like, hey, if you don't like that, you don't have to be a part of it. So they don't understand that there's like a consequence to the other person, that they feel something about how they live their life. They don't really get that concept, but that's what makes them so influential. I think.
Remember when Reese Witherspoon got pulled over and she was drunk driving and she was like berating the cop and she was like, do you even know who I am? That was an Aries
Wow.
moment, I feel
I
like.
love her for that.